Somewhere beyond the glare of our sun, a green visitor from another star is moving silently through our solar system. But just as it reached its closest point to the sun, the world's most advanced space agency went dark, and the data we were waiting for vanished into silence. Hi, I'm Lee, and welcome back to Space and Beyond the Infinite. In today's episode, we're diving into one of the most fascinating astronomical events of the decade: a green interstellar comet, a government shutdown, and the possibility of missing some of the most important data ever recorded. This is the story of 3I Atlas, the Vanishing Visitor. This is the third chapter in our ongoing story of Comet 3I Atlas, a mysterious object arriving from deep interstellar space. In previous episodes, we traced its unusual trajectory, its chemical fingerprints, and the growing debate about whether it truly behaves like a typical comet at all. Now, in October 2025, as it swings behind the sun and out of sight, something unexpected is unfolding. 3I Atlas is currently invisible to ground-based telescopes. It reached its closest point to the sun this October after passing near Mars earlier this month. Its path through the inner solar system has given scientists a rare opportunity to observe a visitor from beyond the stars up close. But just as the most critical data was being collected, events here on Earth would throw everything into uncertainty. On the 3rd of October 2025, 3I Atlas swept past Mars at a distance of just 30 million kilometers. From orbit, the European Space Agency's Mars Express and Trace gas orbiter turned their instruments toward the visitor, capturing a moment never before witnessed: an interstellar comet passing another planet in our solar system. What they saw was remarkable: a bright hazy coma surrounding a tiny core less than 3.5 miles wide, yet with no visible tail. From Mars's orbit, it looked like a glowing ember drifting through the void, silent but alive. As 3I Atlas approached the sun, astronomers began to notice something unusual. The comet's glow shifted, turning a vivid green. For most comets, this happens when sunlight excites dicarbon, a simple carbon molecule that fluoresces in the green part of the spectrum. But when scientists examined 3I Atlas more closely, they found something missing. The dicarbon wasn't there. Yet the green light persisted, consistent, bright, and unexplained. Some theories suggest other exotic gases could be responsible. Others point to trapped materials being released as the comet warms for the first time in millions of years. And then, of course, there are those who wonder if something entirely unfamiliar is happening inside this object. A comet that glows for reasons we can't explain. The mystery deepens when we look at where 3I Atlas came from. Its incoming path lies just 9 degrees away from the source of the famous WOW signal, the unexplained radio burst detected by SETI researchers in 1977. The odds of such an alignment are less than 1%. Harvard astrophysicist Professor Avi Loeb has pointed out that the coincidence is worth investigating, though, like most scientists, he still believes the comet is a natural object. Still, coincidences like this keep the questions alive. And then, just as the comet reached its most critical moment, NASA went silent. On the 16th of October 2025, a government shutdown forced thousands of employees on furlough. Research paused, missions were frozen, public updates stopped. For 3I Atlas, that meant silence, precisely when we needed answers the most. Among the most valuable instruments positioned to observe 3I Atlas was NASA's Mars Reconnaissance Orbiter, MRO. Launched in 2005, MRO's original mission was to study Mars in unprecedented detail, scanning the surface, tracking dust storms, and monitoring the planet's changing atmosphere. Over the years, its powerful high-rise camera and spectrometers have turned it into far more than a Martian observer. During the Comet's flyby in early October, MRO captured what scientists believe could be some of the most detailed data ever recorded of an interstellar comet. Imagery and spectra that might reveal its true composition, structure and activity. According to Avi Loeb, this data has already been collected, but because of the ongoing NASA shutdown, it remains locked away, unanalyzed, unreleased, unseen by the scientific community. An interstellar visitor passes by and the data sleeps in silence. Looking ahead, March 2026 was set to deliver something extraordinary. NASA's Juno Spacecraft, currently orbiting Jupiter, was positioned for a potential close flyby of 3I Atlas. If successful, it would have marked humanity's first close-range study of an interstellar object from the outer planets. But Juno's mission is nearing its end. NASA has long planned to retire the spacecraft by sending it into a deliberate plunge into Jupiter's atmosphere, a controlled dive designed to protect the planet's moons from contamination. The problem is timing. Because of the government shutdown, no concrete retirement date has been set. If the spacecraft is decommissioned before March 2026, the flyby won't happen. One of the greatest observational opportunities of the century could be lost, not to physics, but to circumstance. Even so, the story isn't over. ESA's JUICE mission, the Solar Orbiter, and the Parker Solar Probe may still glimpse 3I Atlas as it moves past Jupiter. And by December 2025, the comet will emerge from behind the Sun, becoming visible once again to telescopes here on Earth. When it returns, scientists hope to finally uncover its secrets, its chemistry, its origin, and the reason for the haunting green glow. Perhaps 3I Atlas is simply a traveller, a frozen messenger from another star, passing through our solar system for the briefest of moments. Or perhaps it's a mirror, reflecting our own desire to understand, to explore, to reach out into the dark. For now, the comet slips behind the Sun, out of sight, but definitely not out of mind. In December 2025, it will return to view, and when it does, humanity will be watching. 3I Atlas reminds us just how fragile our moments of observations can be. A comet from another star arriving once in a lifetime, and we're caught between discovery and silence. If you followed this series from the beginning, thank you. And if this is your first time here, well, there's loads more to explore. Well, that's been 3I Atlas, The Vanishing Visitor, Part 3. I'm Lee, and this is Space and Beyond the Infinite. If you found this story as fascinating as I did, consider liking and subscribing and catching up on those previous episodes, which you might not have seen yet. There's so much more out there. And guess what? Yeah, we're just getting started.